Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more of your favorite scheduled GSA content. We are here with Super Mario 64 on the plate, and today we have Blue Esports RockChalk player on the rise versus, veteran player known as the robot Puncayshun Nation. This should be a fairly interesting race, and I'm joined today by Pharaoh. How are you doing?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm ready for some Super Mario 64 action. I mean, we've seen, Super Mario Odyssey, we've seen Mario Kart Double Dash, but it's time for the game that everybody loves. Not that,
And
people don't love the other games, but 64, I feel like 64 is worth more than Odyssey because,
for
that's
sure,
Odyssey, that's an O, right? It's O could be a 64. That's like
0.
60. Yeah, that's worth 64 more. 64 of something. I don't know what that is.
I mean, 64 is better than 0 for sure. I mean, I've been waiting for this all day long. A Puncayshun, the robot, versus RockChalk. Both of them won their first matches here in this group match. So this is one of the few groups that doesn't have the final standings. Both have a win under their belt. Super excited for this run.
Yeah, this should be pretty interesting. And we have Puncayshun playing on Japanese, RockChalk playing on English. So RockChalk will save a couple seconds for free here. Perhaps Punkay is so confident in his Japanese play, he does not need that time save.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, we've already had one retime in this tournament so far because of the version difference, and it kind of cost them like those 100 coin stars. You have those extra the extra text boxes there, so that's possibly time lost. I mean, does it balance out really?
Um,
It's kind of tough to say.
Does what balance out? Japanese, English?
For Japanese and English, so English, you have the faster text boxes. Japanese, you have those extra text boxes for like 100 coin. But here in the beginning, as we see with Puncayshun taking off, getting ready for Lakitu skip, it does save a little time on the intro. But I don't know if it really
Yeah.
balances out.
No, English is faster. It's confirmed already. It saves a couple seconds.
So English being faster, 470 star for sure.
Yep, and Lakitu skip for both players, so we are off to a fairly solid start. It'll be on RockChalk really to try to catch up here, but in reality, he's actually ahead by a small amount already.
Right. And
it doesn't appear that way.
He has played very well. You talked about him being like up and coming. He's played really well in this tournament so far. He's already had that one match, ready to take this group. Definitely a favor to win in the group. The group has Puncayshun, RockChalk, Heisenberger, and some bro you don't know, which you'll see in the next match coming up right after this one.
Yeah, that should be a pretty dope match if I do say so myself. But we have another dope match that we're watching, and double slide first. RockChalk and Punkay, they know their stuff. They want to save that free second in routing over the people that do womps right after bomb clip. Should be pretty good to go. We haven't seen any big flubs yet here. Usually it's good to get the skip and get the clip is what people call them, Clippy and Skippy. And if you get both of them,
Skippy.
Yep, if you get them both, you're off to a good start here.
It's like a tag team.
Yeah. It's how you know that you're off to a good start. But Wom's Fortress is right after that. You can see a lot of sauce spillage. You can bet that, someone might screw that up. And, speaking of betting, we have our sponsor, Vi.gg. Tell me all about it, Thero.
Vi.gg, the premier betting choice. They're sponsoring 3 of our tournaments going on right now, the prize pool. Check them out, Vi.gg. If you're of legal age, if you're in a legal country, you can actually bet on all of these races that are happening right now. We saw some bets earlier with Super Mario Odyssey. Check them out, ! Bet in the chat, or hit them up in the panels right below. There is a special offer going for GSA right now, so check out vi.gg/GSA.
And we have RockChalk with the nice Alice, and Punkay working on his 100 coin here. He is going for a slightly safer cycle here. We saw this in his previous race. So normally he gets 5 extra coins before he goes for the platform there, but, not going to go for those. And he's fine, though.
I don't blame him, though. I believe Puncayshun has, a 48-20.
Oh, Punkay losing some coins. He has to go back for those. That's a couple seconds lost. RockChalk going for texture setup. Could save a couple seconds here. Okay, that's very nice for him.
Very quick. It's that balance that you see within these races of either going for the super risky strats or playing it cool, playing it safe, playing consistent. And there's a balance between both of those.
Yeah, that's for sure. And now we have RockChalk starting the same cycle as Punkay, and you know, he has the opportunity to save up quite a bit of time here. Punkay, not the best 100 coin. Not only did he miss 2 coins, so it meant that he had to go all the way up and all the way down the last 2 lines of coins, but he had to go back for a couple coins even as well.
Right. But, you know, he can save that time here for sure. Punkay going back in. Now, it's all runner's preference as to star order. You normally see when folks are going for PB, you see that 100 coin first, like we saw from puncayshun. But RockChalk making quick work of those coins, not missing them for sure.
I'd actually argue that people usually do 100 coin like third in launch.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it all depends.
I always like 100 coin first, but it's all about, you know, what you like. If you're not very confident in your outlets, I guess it's fine to do that first.
Sure. And we've seen folks actually use the owl, play it so safe that they're using the owl. Punkay with the texture setup here.
Yeah, that's good to go. So RockChalk saving a little bit of time over the 100 coin, it seems, because now he has pulled into the lead, where he was behind on the English disadvantage in the intro,
Right.
but he'll be making up time, specifically when they get to Lord Womp of the Fortress, as we call him. The text itself is faster on English, so we might see him pull even further into the lead.
That big daddy womp.
Perhaps he's a daddy, but we know for a fact he's definitely big by comparison to Mario, but we don't know if he's a father.
That's true. I mean, you do have smaller womps all throughout. They had to get there somehow.
I mean, it could be a mama womp.
Ooh, touche. Touche.
Lady womp of the fortress.
It is 2018 for sure. Both of our runners heading up to see this big daddy or big mama womp. Taking him out. You know, you notice the battle scars from all of the Mario booty bopping.
Yeah, just the Band-Aid on the back. You know, that womp fell down early on in life. You know, an injury from childhood, very traumatic. Lost some teeth, too.
He's just having a rough time getting beat up by Mario. Man, this is going rough for him. You know, Womp's Fortress is always interesting to me because this is where you see everybody reset. Like, oh man, I didn't have a good Womp, so I'm going to just reset this run. So it can almost weigh in on you psychologically.
Punkay misses the triple jump input.
Like that. You know, the smaller, like little, I don't want to call them a flub, but
that was a flub.
It can kind of weigh in on you. RockChalk with a divisive lead, going up for his second slide. We saw 12.7 out of him for the first slide. Let's see if he can repeat that. Punkay also heading in. I believe he had a 12.6 starting out.
Yeah, RockChalk has a very good lead, and from here to the end, he pretty much just saves time. Time. The words are hard. Yes, but so is Mario. So expect some mistakes perhaps, or some epic gameplay if it goes right. I don't know.
Just tit for tat here. 12.7 coming from RockChalk. Punkay nipping at his heels here for sure, but the cooler heads prevail going into what Triforce DK calls the hardest star in the game.
All right, RockChalk, easy twins, easy money. Punkay almost certainly will see some more optimized flying. We already see it on the first 2 coins and the second 2. So, you know, expect Punkay to save almost a second here. I would be willing to bet. Just his flying looks so much cleaner. And RockChalk, not the best rollout there, has to readjust to get towards the start. Yeah, Punkay much faster, much faster.
Punkay's got that
2
120
or 3 seconds.
That 120 experience, you know, grinding out these secret stars for sure. Showing here as we head into Dark World, it's kind of where we separate the men from the boys.
Yeah.
You know, we know that these runners have the ability to go pretty much full throttle, going all the way through. But again, like I said, they want to play it safe. They don't want to go all out because it's super risky.
Punkay, he misses the backup movement to get that red coin after he gets burnt. So he's probably going to have a hard time making Shig Cycle here, if at all. Yeah, I think that's
with the ledge grab
a normal
there.
cycle, but RockChalk gets shocked by the amp, He might be, running low on a little bit of that time, but I can. Oh yeah, he's gonna get a normal cycle as well. Wow, we see both players just completely losing a cycle in Dark World. Not very common.
Now, from your experience, are you one that's going to watch the other runner and kind of adjust what you're doing based upon where the other runner is, or are you just like, hey, put your head down, push forward, and make things happen?
I think that you should go in with a game plan and try to stick to it as much as possible, especially considering that the gap between these players is like almost nil right now. You should definitely just go with what your gut tells you, what you should, what you plan to do in your race. It's only, I guess, when you're really late into the run where the plan might be subject to change. Like, say you're ahead by 3 minutes in, Rainbow Ride, then you can start, cooling it down a little bit.
Right.
Make sure that nothing bad happens. But if you're behind by, a minute 30 in Rainbow Ride, then it's time to kick it into high gear, perhaps. Or
Exactly.
it's actually possible, go for the norm and hope for the mistake because, 130, making that up in the last 10 minutes of the run is almost undoable. So,
We've seen all different routes going through here. I'm excited to see what both of these runners decide. We've seen CCM 17 with double pillarless. We've seen CCM 18, HMC early, HMC late. So many different variations throughout this tournament. I'm super excited to see what these guys are going to go with today as they're executing this sky jump.
I'm fairly certain we are going to see CCM 17 Toxic Maze from Puncayshun. He did it in his last race. So that's actually a little bit slower than HMC late, but most people don't do the punch grab on MIPS, so it's roughly the same speed.
And that's fair for sure. Looks like RockChalk heading into that cool mountain.
Yeah, Punkay right behind him.
Man, we're almost synced at this point. Very, very close. RockChalk held this solid lead for probably the past, I don't know, 7, 8 minutes now. But Punkay not giving up anywhere.
So RockChalk going for wall kicks will work. Punkay right behind him. Usually you might see a death there or some spillage.
Right.
Someone falling off, the edge right before the star, but no problems here. And we'll probably know right here, if not after one more star, what's going on with RockChalk. All right. Yeah, he's going for Penguin Lost first, so we won't know until after the star if he's planning CCM 17 or if he's doing CCM 18.
And it all depends on that comfort level. We've seen the folks that have done 100 coin with the penguin. Some of them grab that safety red, that little safety net just to make sure that you end up with 85 coins at the end. But if you feel confident in your pillarless game, I mean, go for it for sure.
And what people might have actually seen there that they might not normally see is actually the version difference between English and Japanese on Little Penguin Lost. In Japanese, the star spawns right above the penguin, and then on English, it spawns like a couple feet away. And we have the double CCM 17 going on here, so I'm not quite sure what RockChalk's plan is. It might be double pillarless, it might be Toxic Maze, it might be THI Reds. So we'll see what's going on soon. There's still 3 options open to him.
Gonna be saucy. Now you were talking about that penguin, and what's interesting about it for runners just starting out with the penguin, with the star above the penguin's head, you've got this big huge hitbox you're trying to jump over to grab the star, and it can be kind of finicky.
Yeah, it's done. The goal is to jump as low as possible and still like get the star. But it's real easy to not jump high enough as well.
Right.
Like basically you want to be as low as possible when you grab stars because then that means that you have less distance you have to travel when you are dropping to the ground.
I'm liking that we're seeing this very similar routing between the two runners. It shows how close they are.
And then RockShot getting the better text box here because he's on English for the 100 coin. So that's a little bit of that, passive time save that RockShot's banking on right now. That Bowser text. Okay, messing up the movement here to the door, and we have a sync going on here going into BBH. I might give Punkay the advantage here. Boo's Balcony, he's very solid at that star. I would expect him to throw out the hot fire that he usually spits when he's practicing.
Now, if you notice there, the Mario cam as well helps him kind of line that up, and it shows his experience with that. He was able to get the kill easily and jump into that cage.
So we already see Punkay playing a little bit better here. See, RockChalk completely missing the door, has to maneuver back around, and Punkay just helping his lead a little bit. We will see the long jump for the second hit. I wonder if we'll see the same from RockChalk. Nope, just a punch.
No.
A little bit safer, but that will lose him a couple tenths of a second over Punkay at the least.
Okay, looking great now. I mean, this is going to be back and forth and back and forth. RockChalk, we can't count him out for sure. A great showing from him so far in this tournament. But I would be pretty intimidated going against the second place in this category.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of rough being behind Punkay early because he's sort of a robot, but I'm guessing RockChalk expected it anyway because, Punkay a little bit faster potentially, but RockChalk might be banking on the chinks in Punkay's armor. No one's immune to the mistakes. We saw him tragically lose the 120-star grand finals versus Cheese. He was ahead by quite a margin, but then he fell in TikTok Hawk 100 coin. So, he might be considered a god of consistency, but maybe a lesser god of consistency.
For sure. And gonna correct myself. Second place in 120 star. I believe in 70 star he's in 7th place.
He is 7th.
Getting that punch grab, it looks almost
nice.
swaggerific. It's like, dude, give me the star. Stop running away. We got stuff to do. I'm in the middle of a race.
So right there was a time save from Punkay doing punch mips, and most people are not used to doing it at all on English. So that's, one of the reasons why it's good. Okay, puncayshun going for Tomapus and the bomb blowing up in RockChalk's face. He'll have to do a backup here. Let's see, probably going for the Talon Star as a backup. Oh, no, he doesn't want to bother doing the kicks. He just goes straight through the Pyramid Star. I think I would have rather done Talon, but, whatever.
Probably. There's more variables going for that Talon Star. I would have probably just gotten it out of the way. It would have taken a couple of seconds extra, but leaving that really easy star as a backup helps.
Puncayshun going for Talon, pretty simple, and RockChalk doing well on Pillars, but he loses the bomb, sliding off the edge here. He now wants to go for the Talon. He's kicking, and he's good to go. Interestingly enough, he catches the bird on this other side of the pyramid. You almost never see that because you almost never see anyone fail pillarless there.
Right. Decent backup coming from him, but let's see if third time's the charm. He has no more backups at this point.
Yeah, he's lost roughly 10 seconds here in SSL, it seems. He's entering the stage with about the same gap that he was behind Punkay, but Punkay, he has that quick 7-second start. And RockChalk, failing pillarless yet again. I guess he's just going to go back for the bomb. He doesn't want to have to go push the pillars or stand on them, rather, to get inside.
It takes time.
And it's just, this Tomapus, it's tough. RockChalk, okay, he's up here now. And it looks like he's
down.
Barely in control, and he's in finally. But that's pretty rough. The Tomapus risk not really working out for him. I honestly think, especially if you're doing single pillarless in 70 star in a race, you might as well just do the regular one.
Right. With the shell, we have seen it a couple of times in this race. I believe it was Sagotu had to use a backup with the shell, and finally said, "Let's go." Double pillarless, even with the struggles, he is going to go for this double pillarless.
He wants to go for that HMC. Okay.
Takes the death.
That's rough.
This hurts.
The problem is he went for double pillarless with that medium bomb, and that can be really hard. Medium bomb is really tough to work with.
That's rough. I mean, almost... If I'm in his position, I've been struggling here on pillarless.
We have medium bomb again for RockChalk. What has he got? Okay, he's up there. This will work. It's just really slow. He's going. He's working.
Wow.
Okay, finally in there. But, he still has to work on secrets. And we've seen a lot of things happen on secret. See, he already missed a secret. What's he going to do?
No.
No, he's going to go up here. Okay. Perhaps a cheeky long jump across. What does he got? What do you got, RockChalk? What do you got? Cheeky long jump. Oh, I guess that touched. Insane.
It did.
That,
It
yeah,
did.
that,
It touched.
that
It touched the edge. Almost like just a little love tap. Wow. Puncayshun
that was pretty lit, honestly.
is chugging along here. I mean, he's widening that gap. If he's watching, he knows that he has that sizable lead now. He's just got to put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, RockChalk, he's down a considerable margin right now, but I think, you know, stick to the game plan right now. We're still pretty early in, I'd say.
Anything
I don't know.
goes at this point.
Yeah, anything can happen to anyone. Nice ledge grab skip though, and the ground pound kill, but not quite working out for RockChalk, but he won't lose much time to the regular kill that Puncayshun just rocked here on the right side of your screen.
Now, if you're in RockChalk's shoes at this point, what's going through your mind? Like, are you trying to maybe change your route up a little bit to make up that time, or
RockChalk?
Yeah.
No, sure. There's nothing in his route that he can really change. I mean, theoretically, he could do HMC early in THI Reds, but you need a literally flawless time on THI Reds for that to save any time. So he's not going to change up his route. He might throw in some hot strats. Like, I don't know if like ground pounding the big bully was initially his plan there.
He was able to pull off the triple there and nab that star. Lethal Avalanche goes hard. You know, especially if you're doing HMC late, you know that this is the last stage before going upstairs. Getting yourself prepared for what's to come ahead. Looks like Puncayshun going for HMC now.
Yep, he's doing CCM 17 with Toxic Maze, like I said. So he's going to grab one extra star here that RockChalk won't do.
Ooh, missing that red.
Yeah, that's right.
Not able to side flip. He's losing.
And Toxic Maze clip for Puncayshun. You hardly ever see this in 70 star anymore, which is pretty nuts. There was a time where almost everyone did CCM 17 Toxic Maze.
We've seen a lot of HMC late here.
Okay, RockChalk, newer movement here for hog rolling, very nice, and he's good to go.
Getting that clip, dropping down to the star. Just as Punkay is making short work here in HMC.
Yeah, HMC has really fast stars, so you know, Punkay will look like he has more of a lead than he really does.
Right.
If that makes sense. Because RockChalk will, you know, have all of that HMC cleanup later.
Triple box jump incoming. Looking good.
And really fast lava boost from RockChalk. He's really stepping up his game, but he falls off the top. He puts in all that work for the lava boost, but now he has to try again. Long jump, and he's dead.
He's dead. Wow. Not going well for RockChalk here.
I mean, the investment into the swag lava boost did work out. He's going for it again. And it's not good. And he's dead again.
Taking another death.
Double kill.
Wow. LLL going hard on RockChalk. He's got to be feeling it now for sure. Puncayshun taking a hit from those rolling rocks.
Doing it. He's tripling down. He triple dog, dares himself, and it's good. What can he do for the ending? Long jump wall kick? Yep, it's a go. But a little bit too late.
But dedication to continue to execute the strat that you're not doing so hot on.
Yeah,
much easier than backing it up.
The traffic light was red. RockChalk, you know, predicted it would turn green as he started driving, but what ended up happening was it did not, and he got hit by, you know, oncoming traffic twice. Once in the front, once in the back, and I was about to say parachute. Airbag did not deploy. RockChalk taking the full brunt of the damage. No seatbelt, pops out of the windshield. Rip.
Spaghetti everywhere. I mean, he could have been hit by flying meatballs. I mean, you could say that. Puncayshun going for that Christmas miracle at this point.
Yeah, but he completely messes up his triple jump input. He doesn't actually opt to do the side flip wall kick. Okay, now he does. That was rip. He didn't have the right angle for that triple jump wall kick there, and he's just not even going to try out the ground pound. He'd just rather do the kick onto the switch. interestingly enough, actually, kicking off that wall there is not necessary to make the Christmas Miracle backup work. You can just double jump kick onto the switch.
Really?
Yeah, if you just like kind of line up close to the edge, but as long as you're all the way up, like there's this little slope. Make sure you're on top of that slope. You're on like the flat land, and then just double jump kick backwards, and it'll work.
So then why do most people integrate that kick?
Bad habit. It's just like, I don't know. People don't know about it. I don't know. It's just like this weird thing that just everyone does for some reason.
That's fair. I think we're gonna have to go into the SM64 lab and do some experimentation for sure.
RockChalk, fairly nice chests, but Puncayshun, you know, completely done with HMC and only down one Didar Dock Star. Definitely a sizable advantage here, but we have Fire Seed coming up soon. Anything can happen. We've seen deaths far into reds before on GSA stream, so you know, one of those and RockChalk gets a lava boost, and he's back in it, probably tied, maybe ahead. And we have, yeah.
You have so many options. It's so easy to miss those early Illies, just as Puncayshun's missing that chest.
Completely misses the chest.
The chest mechanics are a little bit weird to get used to.
RockChalk's saving quite a bit of time on chests unexpectedly. And he has backstub here. He's still sticking to what he knows. Doesn't want to chance the front sub.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at this point. Stick with what you know. We saw that determination come from him multiple times now during this race. So stick with what you know. Do with what you know. Don't try anything crazy.
Yep, and we have RockChalk going for Manta.
We've seen so many issues in this tournament with those Manta rings. It's some awesome backup, swinging back through. Looks like Puncayshun's heading towards the front sub. Very interesting.
All right, Fire C for RockChalk. This could be the moment of truth here. Let's see what he's got. He's going to have to drop a hot Fire C right now if he wants to, you know, have potential at saving really any time here in this later half of the basement over Punkay. He's on pace, though, for the lava boost. It's looking fairly saucy.
Looking good so far.
All right, that'll play. It looks... Oh, no, that's a failed wall kick. Yeah, and fails his side flip, too. And lots of wall kicks to get up there. Okay, you know, RockChalk not holding the A button, decides he wants all 4 wall kicks there. And now he can only barely make the early cycle. No, smoke it up. I think it's done so now. Yeah, there's nothing.
Dunskies.
Yeah, that's a full cycle miss for RockChalk. Maybe not his day right now. Punkay entering Fire Seed. Let's see what he's got to play right now. What's on the table for Punkay?
It looks very solid.
Going for the good ending now that he's a full cycle late. And it's looking good. That was a good ending.
Puncayshun looking good himself, getting hung up. Hung up.
He gets stuck in the cage. That is certainly lava boost is completely off the table for Punkay. Let's see what he's got. Can he still make the early cycle that RockChalk could not? He should definitely be on pace.
Looking pretty good. If he makes this cycle, that'll solidify.
He made it. That's easy money.
Too easy for Puncayshun.
But can he handle the different, you know, cycle here and the amp in the way a little bit? And will he just go for the double burn? Oh wait, no. Platforms aligning perfectly. Punkay knows his stuff.
Great ending from Puncayshun as he's heading to see Bowser for the second time. This Bowser is worrisome because you accidentally throw him off. You barely miss that hitbox. You're waiting on the whole cycle to go again.
Yeah, you can definitely, you know, bet on Punkay to do the best thing in the given situation. And speaking of betting, you know, our sponsor, Vi.gg.
Love the segue. Love the segue for Vi.gg. They're our official sponsor. They're sponsoring all of the prize pools, the mega monies. You can contribute to that as well. Exclamation point bet. Check it out. It's not like you're betting against the house. It's like PvP betting. Check it out, Vi.gg. hit exclamation point bet or hit that thing down in the panels. And you can check it out. Special deal for GSA and these tournaments going on.
And we got RockChalk with the double box kick early on in Wet Dry World 100 coin, which is very spicy. We hardly ever see that. It's a fairly solid time save. I mean, maybe not hardly, but it's more uncommon than just punching.
I like Wet Dry World 100 coin because there is more of that RNG aspect. I mean, it's not a whole lot.
What do you mean you like it more because there's more of that RNG aspect? Okay, Thero should be taken off of comm right now. I think he just committed the ultimate sin.
See, and that's where you have to plan for it. So simple things like the chuck ya, who I think we've changed the word to choke ya.
What did RockChalk just do? Did he just... yeah, he jumped completely the wrong way. Still manages to nab the coin, though. He's still solid.
Like right here, going with the chuck ya. Getting nabbed by the chuck ya. Falling off. That's going to hurt.
Yeah. Looking choked, looking chucked.
Choke and chucked. When you throw the chuck ya, just like then, the coins can kind of go everywhere. A lot of the runners we've seen throw to the right so the coins don't fall off to kind of mitigate some of that RNG.
And one thing to note is Punkay just completely nailed the triple jump wall kick. Super solid with the kick, no side flip. Punkay's looking super good, and you see how he jumped into the box and then delayed the ground pound. That's super smooth. Doing that does save a little bit of time on the drop down to the ground. And yeah, Punkay definitely flexing here in Wet Dry World.
He's feeling the confidence, and he knows that he's got the lead now. HMC's done, not having to worry about it, just focusing on upstairs, 1 star at a time.
RockChalk triple jump wall kick with the kick, no side flip, and it's a complete miss. This is worst case scenario for triple jump wall kick goers in here in Wet Dry World. Completely misses the ramp, wasn't set up quite properly. Will he go again? Yep, he's doubling down. Let's see what he's got. And it's a no-go. That's not good at all. It looks like a first frame wall kick.
The determination of RockChalk throughout this race has been phenomenal.
What it was is he actually just wall kicked off of the wrong part of the wall. That's what it was.
Puncayshun working on his 100 coin right now.
Yeah, let's see what he's got. This looks good. I really like the wall kick off the Skeeter if he's close to the wall there. You see, you know, most people rep it, but sometimes they don't.
The stars are starting to align here for Puncayshun as he's heading up top.
Oh,
now
looks like RockChalk completely dropped the triple jump wall kick, which is important to note. He might not think it's worth it for the 1 second, or he just didn't feel very confident after failing twice.
You know, if I'm in his shoes, I'm kind of going with a little bit easier, but I know that I have that time to make up as well. So again, that balance. As Puncayshun's throwing that chuck ya, doesn't need that coin. He's got that safety coin with him already. He's good to go.
Yeah, RockChalk, you know, looking like he's getting rocked right now. Maybe really does have the consistency of chalk, pretty brittle. You know, Punkay really able to just break him apart right now in Wet Dry World. Commentator going a little bit too far. Doesn't want to hurt the runner's feelings. RockChalk, I love you, by the way, if you watch this past broadcast. Nothing but hearts in chat from the audience, I'm sure. Throw some love, everybody. And now we have the sink in Tiny Ninja Island. But, you know, the 1 stage difference here, and Punkay will have to SL Reds. And Secrets, let's see what's going on. And it's RockChalk taking a swim. Punkay goes for the triple jump dive. He is good to go. This should be a lock-in for him. Triple jump dive for RockChalk, goes for the cheeky lag reduction, and, you know, able to recover solidly. If you fail getting to the second secret, things get really rough, but RockChalk still managed to mitigate the time loss.
Punkay is a man on a mission right now. I mean, he's definitely flexing, showing his experience, and he's not letting up. He knows he's got that lead, but he's not holding back at all. Very fast secrets from him. Both runners heading up to the top here. This skip.
Punkay, trying to save a couple tenths, but yeah, going for a swim. And RockChalk also going for the swim. Interesting. He goes swimming twice. He's actually breaststroking across instead of going to land. And he runs down to the box. I think that he definitely lost a considerable amount of time over just not doing the clip.
He did. you know, as soon as Punkay is giving him like an inch, RockChalk's like, no, no, I'm just gonna give that back. Had to do some weed eating now.
Yeah, light gardening from puncayshun. He has that hat. It will help protect, you know, his scalp from the rays of the sun. RockChalk also looks prepared now. Both, you know, just getting rid of them pretty easily. Spraying some Roundup, making sure that they don't regrow.
Touche.
Weeds suck.
Weeding sucks. Weed eating sucks. Mario making it look easy though. I think I would like weeding more if I could just slide kick all of the weeds across my yard.
Yeah, that'd be probably pretty good. I think that Mario's just superhuman, and he slide kicks, and they're just all uprooted by the slide kick. And they just sprays a little bit of Roundup as he goes, and then they just turn into nothing.
The Teflon overalls. That's his secret power. It has nothing to do with the hat, nothing to do with Cappy. It's the Teflon overalls.
Yeah, it's the kicks, man. It's his Toms. It's his Tims.
Breezeless.
No breezeless for Punkay. He's going again, though. The double down. And, you know, it'll work. I suppose it was maybe better than taking the breeze after failing once. Yeah, I guess it should have been, but slower overall than just taking the breeze.
Yeah, if he would have just taken the breeze, it would have been around the same time or a little bit slower for sure. Heading back in up top, he wanted to kind of flex a little bit, knocking out breezeless.
Well, usually you see, you know, players that like to do breezeless, a lot of them just do it first. I personally think that mountain clip starts should always be done first, but that's just my own preference because, you know, worst case scenario, you just really can't mountain clip or something. You can always just go for breezeless. I don't know, because it's down there on the ground.
Now, this log wall kick, to me, as more of a intermediate beginner runner, is super scary.
Yeah, it can be. It's really about how you approach your long jump more than anything. Like Punkay, that's a go. That's super good. Double ledge grab though, not super good actually. Just, you know, maybe slightly below average. And Punkay going for, you know, maybe an instant side flip, but just does a stupid single jump and looks kind of like a fool.
RockChalk taking the breeze.
Yep, time save over Punkay definitely.
I think so as well.
And that was a nice little quick turn from RockChalk as well. Quick turning, you know, kind of complex mechanic to understand if you don't really know how it works. And RockChalk going for Tall Time Mountain Reds. Yeah, Punkay locking in. Easy star there. Oh no! RockChalk is dead!
He falls off of the mushroom.
Yeah, he wanted to do a dive and then a rollout, but he just didn't quite make it to the mushroom at all. That's rip. Now we see them both going... Okay, puncayshun going for regular movement. Same with RockChalk. No speed kicks here. RockChalk slowing down a little bit there on the rollout. Wanted to make sure he, you know, didn't fall off the mushrooms again. Side flip wall kick from RockChalk, but complete miss. He was way too far to the right. Yeah, you can't save that from coasting left. Punkay. Nice little time save on TTM Reds the second time.
Dodging all of those rocks being thrown at him. Puncayshun looked excellent on those Reds as he's going to now go and check out the snowman in Snowman's Land.
Yep, Snowman's head can be pretty crazy. Hopefully Punkay, you know, doesn't screw up really badly.
Playing it very safe.
Nice. Oh, let's grab. Small time loss, but not too bad.
But not
it's all about
too bad.
hitting. It's all about hitting the wall kick. I feel like the wall kick is way more important. You know, you do the triple jump and then you slide off wall kick. If you fall down, you get stuck in the snow, and then you have to do the backup, and then usually you have an extra ledge grab or two. It gets ripped.
And the camera is really finicky right there as well.
Yeah. See, an interesting thing to note about Estelle, very nice box start from Punkay, is that okay, RockChalk, that was spicy. He goes all the way up to the second ledge there with his triple jump and definite time save over Punkay. The one thing that I wanted to note here is in levels with Lakitu Cam, usually, you know, you'll just move a fixed distance and it can kind of like lock there. But the thing about Lakitu Cam in SL is it kind of works like Mario Cam C down. It'll just kind of follow Mario and it'll it's more analogous. Okay, Punky falling in the water and RockChalk getting stuck on this mountain hill thing.
Gonna have to back it up. He's going for Snowman's or SL Reds. Snowman's Land Reds here.
Yep, Reds in 2018. You know, Punky has fallen down to 7th place. Maybe audience not wondering why he is that far down anymore. You know, Punky just sticking way too committed to these Reds when no one does them anymore. Come on, Punky, get with the times.
Well, when I was looking, I think his posted PB is about 2 years old for 70 star.
Yeah, it's really old. Punky, more of a 120 star runner, I would say.
I could agree with that. Second placeholder under 120. And you would think that everything kind of directly translates, but you've got differences in routing specifically, like even CCM or Wet Dry World 100 is completely different. There's a lot of differences between 120 and 70 just in the routing. But puncayshun, knowing his stuff, he knows the game.
It's like 90% the same. So, you know, the real advantage of Super Mario 64, in my opinion, is you can just switch between categories on just like the flip of a dime. And,
Right.
you know, the game that I speedran mostly before, Ocarina of Time, you can't just do that. The routes are completely different. None of the gameplay is the same anymore. But there's so much overlap in this game that you can really just tear through any category if you're seasoned and you know what you're doing.
And that's fair. Puncayshun heading upstairs just as RockChalk's going to have to make up this time here with this HMC late, grabbing Mips. Puncayshun going into Rainbow Ride.
He makes up time, but Punky, you know, he's already passed the route convergence point. And glitchy wall kick attempt from him, and that is completely miss. No, that's a miss. And failed maze entry from Punky. Long jump wall kick. Okay. Decent backup.
He did back it up. Lost.
Oh, failed side flip. Punky wanted the instant side flip wall kick dive. It's you know, he wanted the fastest movement for that second red, but didn't really pay off.
No bueno.
So when you see the glitchy wall kick, it'll actually look pretty glitchy. He'll kind of like fly forward. He flew to the right there. I think theoretically, what you could do is with that, you could back it up with the Lakitu bounce that Cheese likes to do, but I'm not completely sure. That one is slightly faster than the normal one you'll see, but glitchy wall kick is faster than that. All right, that's a successful glitchy wall kick for Punky.
Yeah.
Yep, and this is good. Once you get, oh wait, no, that's bad. Punky, complete miss on the Lakitu. Lakitu, you know, juking him out, completely reads Punky's movement, and Punky just falling through the cracks. Excuse me, and you know, eating that death.
Not today, bruh. That's what Lakitu said there.
Let's see if he triples down on the glitchy wall kick. Yep, he's going for it. And he's good.
Now,
I was actually looking at the stream, so I had that little bit of delay.
A lot of runners here, you know, like to kind of go up a little bit further, but they get that pride from getting Lakitu bounce, and then they just kind of let go and forget, oh wait, shoot, I have half of the strat left to do.
The problem was Punky didn't quite manipulate the Lakitu properly. What you're supposed to do is, at least for it to be really consistent, what you want to do is kind of wall kick towards the right of the platform there, and then drift left, but Punky didn't really do that, so the Lakitu wasn't quite aligned. It's kind of like a two-part trick.
And that makes sense. You know, manipulating Lakitu where you want him to go. I know there's a couple of different methods, you know, and how to get up there. Right now, which one is the fastest? Is that the glitchy wall kick?
Glitchy wall kick is the fastest. And Puncayshun, busting out the new Swinging in the Breeze, you can get a solid 12.6, I believe, with this, so that can save... Okay, that's really good. Punky saving probably about a second over what we can see potentially from RockChalk, unless he busts out the new strat as well.
No, RockChalk, I don't know if he's kind of turned it on a little bit, looking much better in the second half, failing that double jump clip right there as he's going to head into Rainbow Ride, just as Puncayshun heading
double air punch from RockChalk. He's just sitting there, not going towards the door. Come on, RockChalk.
He's pumping himself up. That's what it is.
Oh
Pump up
yeah,
the volume.
definitely. He's doing that boxer thing where you're like airboxing.
Like
And Punky missing one of the coins on the box, and it's gone. What he has to do is he has to do the backup red rip, but he doesn't go for the backup red. Punky, what are you doing? I can't. I can't believe what's going on. Punky, okay, showing a lot of weakness here, but he tried to do the backup triple jump wall kick, but now he has to do the backup triple jump wall kick. Punky ledge grab because you have to do that there. And getting back of the amp. Yeah, things are just kind of going wrong here for Punky, and what he'll have to do here is get a backup box. Wow, this is not good at all for Punky.
These are those cracks or the small chinks,
the chinks in the armor
that you were talking about.
We saw him fail TikTok Clock 100 coin in his 120-star race against Cheese. And, that can be a big problem. So what we'll probably see here... Okay, a ledge grab from Punky trying to do the long jump here. We'll probably see box kick or... Yeah, oh, maybe he tried to kick that box. And now we'll just see backup movement here. Yep. All right, now he can continue through. Oh, wait, but he's going to fall down. Fall damage. Okay, he's, still mostly up here. And now he should be safe. Actually, that long jump through the middle was a little bit freaky. I don't know if, I didn't know if there was potentially an invis wall there. And Punky could have just, gotten whacked by it and died.
That was kind of strange. Doing the dive into the star. Heading down. Wall kicking off the womp there to get up top and grab the star.
RockChalk is completely dead in Rainbow Ride. What he tried to do is he tried to, get a really optimal angle for the tricky triangles and ledge grab there. But, also part of his problem was he was a little bit too far left, and then he first frame wall kicked, which is not going to help him at all. Okay, RockChalk getting caught a little bit on the wood ledge there. He's just going to go for a safe right side of the little triangle pyramid thingy.
The little box.
Okay,
does much better
into the cage.
Much better on his second try. Maybe he thought he had a wing cap. He was going to go along the clouds, but took that dive quick.
Yeah. And, Punky eating the filling for his Oreo first. Goes for a roll into the cage. I think roll into the cage is, fine first. I think just as long as, get a hand is last IMO.
Because you can fall into it. That's a great option, I think.
But Punky, looking fairly smooth in TikTok Clock now. Perhaps he put the TikTok Clock 100 coin behind him. RockChalk entering the final stage now as well. Is opting for Toad afterwards, where Punky got Toad before.
Going for the get a hand star here. I think you're right. Puncayshun got that 100 coin out of the way.
Okay, RockChalk full damage.
Falling all the way down.
Side flip wall kick. I think maybe he was trying to get up to even a higher propeller than that. And backing up this triple jump wall kick there, pretty tough, but he's still good to go. The thing is that you have this camera. Okay, Punky's dead. Wall kicks into the void. I believe he was working on time jumps on moving bars, and what happened is he just completely fell off of the box.
RockChalk looking a lot more solid than Punky in his 100 coin. A couple of minor issues on those non-moving propellers. But it looks a little
dive
more solid.
rollout after the double wall kick out of the cage from RockChalk. That's fairly spicy. First frame.
He gets invis-walled.
First frame from Punky, but no, he's falling through. He had this same problem in his last race and the rage pause.
Something different.
RockChalk though getting his TikTok Clock 100 coin ended. Punky, he only has red coins left. He should be likely to win, but we've seen some Goombas happen. We've seen some falls on triple jump wall kicks, some deaths on the triple jump dive. Punky screwing up the red's triple jump, pretty uncharacteristic mistake. Ooh, okay, backup triple jump, that was sick.
That was pretty sick.
We almost never see that.
Right into the star. RockChalk, he's got some room to make up here. He's got to be going pedal to the metal for these stars. Going for Pit in the Pendulums first, looks like.
And I think because Punky actually got Toad before TikTok Clock, it should still be marginally possible for him to get a 49. It's really tough. It kind of depends on, you know, what does he do for the triple jump wall kick, how good is his bits, but I
Right.
think it's still in the cards.
So
We'll
what
know
are
for
you
sure
thinking?
when he enters the pipe.
You thinking left side or right side for
I
Punkay
think
going up?
Punkay rocks left. Probably moving left if I had to put money on it. Okay, yeah, he's coasting really far to the left of that.
Yeah.
He's probably just gonna go in this semicircle here. Yep, and then go for moving left side, probably. And Punkay's up.
And he's
That's
got
good.
it.
He is actually not going to be able to 49, I believe. Just barely not. Actually, hold on, we'll see. And he can do
Easy.
it.
It's
Maybe. No, it's fairly rip. I mean, you'd have to be doing some crazy throws.
we
Yeah,
have seen some pretty crazy throws going in.
it's more commonly about 41 seconds from pipe entrance, so Punkay will probably see the 50-01.
Very respectable.
Ooh, okay,
Number
Punkay,
two.
that was a pretty dope throw. Oh, okay, those throws were all really good. I think he's still eating a 50 flat though.
Eating
Yeah,
all those text boxes.
This is a 50-01, I think. Maybe an 02. Yep. But
GG.
still a fairly respectable time from Puncayshun. You know, pretty hard time to answer to RockChalk. I'm guessing, you know, doesn't feel too bad about going down to a time like that.
No. Especially, you know, not in a race. He kind of missed that kick there. Ended up knocking out these reds. We're going to see if we can get a Puncayshun here in the chat. Okay. What was going through your mind? GG.
Yeah.
Your TikTok Clock 100 coin? Walk me through it. What was going on? A lot of things happened.
Well,
it started with that coin.
I don't know. I got really unlucky at the start. Like, I got bad RNG and I even chased the coin and still didn't grab it. When I went into Tippy, I was on 48 pace. I'm almost 100% sure.
Right.
So like it really sucks that I didn't even like get a 49. But the fact that I nearly got a 49 after like dying and all that other stupid crap, I guess I can't be too unhappy with it.
Not at all. 50:02, a great race time posted in this tournament. Now, going through, you stayed consistent. Kind of tell the viewers what's your thought process with HMC early and Toxic Maze.
It's just comfy, I'm guessing.
It's like really easy and pretty comfy. My logic is that like in a race, I really don't want to do pillarless 2 times, especially when I'm on Japanese version. I really don't want to do it. Like if I got like medium bomb 1 time or I just screwed it up 1 time, I pretty much like lose time. So I just like play it kind of safe and just go for 1 pillarless. CCM 17 is safer for races because if you miss like 1 too many coins, there's a quick backup where if you race a penguin,
you're done.
If you race a penguin and you miss 1 too many coins, you lose like over a minute. So it's just like better for races. Also, if I do CCM 17 and Toxic Maze, I think it saves like a second. So it's just like, I just think it's just what I like to do for races. It's like fairly safe, pretty easy, save a second. So that's why I do that.
And it worked for you, looking very confident throughout your entire race here. Not a whole lot of mistakes going on.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly played well. Like, I was either on high 48 pace going into Tippy or super low 49. Either pace, whatever it was, is like pretty excellent for a race. But then Tippy has kind of destroyed me. Just like there is a lot of repeat mistakes in this race that happened on my last race. Lots of identical things, which is kind of unfortunate.
All right. Now we have RockChalk in the call. How are you
what's up?
doing, Bob?
Doing good. GG Punkay.
Yep, GG.
So what are your thoughts on the the Tomaples and like all the medium bombing that was going on?
Yeah. Well, I don't even. Well, first of all, like going into this match, I didn't like expect to win, so I just decided I was gonna go all out.
I can appreciate that.
like-
There were some really good moments from you.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
were.
it wasn't too bad. My plan was like if I mess up Tamaples, then I'll just do HMC early. But my pride got in the way, and I couldn't leave SSL. So I tried it like 100 times, and yeah, I just couldn't get a big bomb. But I mean that was by far the low point. I had a few more deaths, but they were I thought otherwise I played pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean it was pretty sick. I really liked the pro lava boost. I know the ending kind of
Yeah.
messed you up a little bit, and then the death was not good, but you tripled down on it, and it seems to work out.
Yeah, that was another thing. Like I could have gone it safer, but at that point it was pretty much already over anyway. So I just went all out. The thing that made me the most unhappy was that Fire Sea pole grab. I did the exact same thing in the last race. Like good movement, and then I have the weird cycle.
Yeah, that was so rip, and then you just completely missed
you missed 2 cycles.
lava boost because of that. Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty happy overall. It was fun.
Yeah, it was nice to see you play. Good luck in your next race for sure. We'll determine your race life here in the tournament, and we'll be all looking forward to it.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
It's been a pleasure commentating with you, Thero.
Yes, sir.
Would also like to shout out our sponsor one more time here, Vi.GG. Thero, give them the rundown.
Vi.GG, get your bets in. Heisenberger versus Sumbro. You don't know. Coming up next, got to be in a legal country, got to be a legal age. Check it out, ! Bet. Get them in now.
Yeah,
thanks.
Get them in.
And we'll see you soon. Going right into this next one, Heisenberger versus Sumbro. You don't know. Stick around. Don't go anywhere.
Yep. See you guys soon.